Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cindy from Trademark Office.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to give you this presentation. And you know, my colleagues from the Trademark Department have given you very good presentations regarding trademark search, trademark office actions, trademark and registration from filing to registration, and the trademark renew modification and opposition. Yeah, because opposition, I want to mention opposition later because opposition is very related to my topic, cancellation. Okay. And they have the good presentations, so I'm sure that you have known the general procedures for trademark registrations, right? And do you think this question, why do we register a trademark? What's the purpose? So let's begin with my topic, bringing this question. The first, general introduction. I'd like to introduce cancellation action for trademarks in China, and there are two parts. Cancellation action may be classified into two kinds in terms of the parties to take in China. And one cancellation action may be taken by the Trademark Office of China. We call it TMO, abbreviation of the Trademark Office of China. And number two, a cancellation action may be taken by any other organization or individual, including every one of us, right? So that's the main point in my topic. That's the outline of my topic. I will mention 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 4 points, this one is the most important part. So I'd like to go quickly through the 3 parts, right? The first one, the purpose of trademark registration. I asked you this question because why do we register a trademark? What's the purpose? Because we need to use a trademark. We need to enjoy the exclusive right to use the mark so that we can obtain protection of use of the mark by law. We can use the trademark legally, right? And not any other party is prohibited from using or registering similar or identical trademarks without our authorities, right? And for enjoying the exclusive right to use the mark, normally only a registered trademark in China can enjoy the exclusive right to use the mark. But there's an exception for well-known trademark. I don't want to mention this too much because Julian will give you this topic next week. That's waiting for her. And obtain protection of use by law. We know if we register a trademark, we will have the trademark will be valid for 10 years since registration. And the owner of a registered trademark can use the mark appropriately and should use the mark appropriately and legally. So the question is, what will happen to a registered trademark if the owner has not used its registered trademark appropriately or legally? That's the point. Cancellation action is a very serious procedure for a registered trademark. So it's a very important topic for a trademark. And as I mentioned just now, cancellation action may be made by the TMO or by any other organization or individual. So next, I will split it into 2 parts to emphasize one by one. By the trademark. Cancellation action to be taken by the trademark. There are some points. Actually, I want to emphasize the last 2 parts. And I did design the forms or the appearance of the lines and all the parts appear in the PPT through this way, and this from the top. But I did, but when I revised a few words, and such design disappeared. So I don't know why, because I'm not good at PPT. So maybe Andrew will tell me later on. Okay, and first one, altered unilaterally. It means if an owner alters its registered trademark when he uses its trademark, and it is found by the TMO, and the TMO can have the right to cancel this trademark. And the second is, as Huang Xu mentioned just now, name, address, or other registered matters concerning the registrant are changed unilaterally. Means, as Huang mentioned, if you change the name or address or other registered matters, you have to file the applications, the required applications with the GMO. Otherwise, such kind of change cannot be approved valid and legal. So just pay attention to this point. And the third is assigned unilaterally. Huang Xu mentioned that assignment procedure. Of course, maybe you can think that if two parties they have the assignment agreement, then one part assigns his trademark to another party, to the designer, to the assignee, then the assignment has been finished. No, of course not, because pursuant to the trademark of China, if you want to assign a registered trademark, you have to file the application of the assignment with the TMO and wait for the TMO's approval. And assignment will be effective since publication of approval of assignment by the trademark office. And next, used for the goods that have been roughly or poorly manufactured so that consumers are deceived. I think it's very clear for us to understand this point, right? If you use your trademark for rough or poorly manufactured goods, then our consumers are deceived and we cannot buy your goods anymore. So this point, if the TMO finds this kind of use of the trademarks, then they have the right to cancel this trademark on its own. And the next is the use has ceased for 3 consecutive years. That's the point I want to mention. I want to emphasize, and I will describe this point in detail in the next point. It means that if a registered trademark has not been used for 3 consecutive years, then any other party, including the TMO, has the right to cancel this trademark. I will explain later. And the last is the trademarks that shall not be used or registered or obtained by fraud or any other unfair means. I think that, let's see, Iris introduced this point, but I have to mention again, because the trademark office has the right to cancel such kind of trademarks, but of course there are some exceptions. The trademarks that shall not be used, for example, 中国, you know, 中国, the name of the country, right, of our country, and any party is prohibited from using or registering this name, China or 中国. But maybe you can ask me that why we have the 中华 brand, right? 中华 brand. We have 中华, let's see. We have 中华 brand. What is it? Toothpaste, right? Yeah, we have. Yeah, this is the registered mark, and of course, this is another one.